Cheers.
I have to refill here in a second.
God damn, that's strong.
I gotta sit up, make
Ready
sure I'm
to
ready.
go.
Because today is serious, Eric.
Today is serious. We've had an eventful week. A lot happened.
I don't know what kind of eventful week you know. It hasn't even happened yet.
Tragic week.
Well, you mean
In
last
the past
week?
week.
Yeah,
In the
okay.
past. Did I say this week?
Well, you said eventful week.
I got an eventful week. But this
You're
past week, it's a tragic week, an eventful week,
It's...
a pretty spontaneous week, if you ask me.
What other adjectives you know?
Interesting.
Wow.
It was interesting.
There it is. There it is.
But to start it off, I want to actually talk about something that you put me on to a couple days ago, which is we've talked about this a couple different times on our podcast revolving around other people.
Uh-huh.
Young and Ace.
Oh, man.
He keeps coming up in drama. Keeps coming up in problems.
It's, there's a... I'll start it very simply, okay? Eric will be the first to testify. If your
I don't testify.
No, but I'm telling you right now, you'll testify to this. This is the one thing you will testify to. If your feed's not on right, you're not on the right side of the feed, you'll be living underneath a rock. You'll find out like a week after shit happened.
That was me within the last 6 months.
Yeah, like 6 months ago, Eric would send me something, and I'd be like,
I saw this 2 weeks ago.
yeah, like, Eric, you know that happened like almost last month, right? And he's like, what? What do you mean? What's the update? I'm like, Eric, they already caught the person. There's already charges. They're already in trial.
Let's just say my feed's back on.
It's
working.
I sent him some proper accounts. He's finally been watching some videos. He went down some rabbit holes, and it's on now. But yeah.
I'm sending things to you now, and
Literally-
you're like, wow,
yeah, literally,
wow.
like, I didn't even see this one yet. I didn't see, or like, I just saw it. Someone named Young and Ace, obviously that was the one who is not confirmed, but is suspected to supposedly put out a hit on Julio Fulio.
Rap beef between Julio Fulio. We talked about it a number of times in the last couple episodes, for
and
sure.
ATK, Young and Ace.
Yep.
And long story short, he's catching heat from all the way around. Young and Ace is. Young and Ace is catching heat from all angles. He's catching heat from big time OGs in the game. People from really that are posted out of California, and they really have camps. Camps, for people who don't know, camps is like their units or their gangs on where they're posted out. Like it's just like it sounds like, it's a place where a bunch of people are. So that's like where their gang is at. My camp's in Houston. My camp's in whatever. That's like where their gang is
Never
at.
heard it called that, but I understand what you're saying.
That's a big thing. That's like that's what they always say in the song. Like, I'm always with my camp. We be out in Houston.
Okay.
So like I'm talking about I'm with my gang, and we're always out in Houston.
Okay.
So, but that's what they're referencing. So this guy named Brick Baby.
Believe so. Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah. So Brick Baby is an OG from Los Angeles, from California.
Or is he from North Carolina?
No,
I've been trying to pinpoint this for a couple
He might
days.
be from North Carolina, but his motion and where his camp is
This California
is in LA.
Okay.
That's where he really has, I guess, a status quo in a word to speak. But Brick Baby came out and said, we don't fuck with you, Young and Ace. We don't fuck with what you do. You're not cool. And it listed off maybe 8 different cities on where Young and Ace is no longer welcome. And if he is welcome, he's going to get spanked. He's going to get taught his lesson. He's going to be shown by grown adults, OGs, what it's like to be stepping on the wrong toes.
Okay.
Before anything could even happen, everyone's going to his internet's trolling. Brick Baby, maybe if they went to LA, it's a different story. You can't be controlling all the places you said.
Right.
North Carolina, South Carolina, Atlanta, New York, Florida, Jacksonville, da-da-da. It's like, you can maybe
You
have...
can't. It's not possible. You're not big
Pablo
enough.
Escobar.
Never heard of you.
My point. You're not anyone, especially someone named Brick Baby, like,
Is he a rapper? What is he? Is he just a gang
No,
member?
I think he's a rapper, but he definitely fell off. I've never really heard of him like that. But,
Interesting.
yeah, so long story short, Young and Ace had a concert in North Carolina.
The same day, right? Or within like a couple days
within
before?
like 24 to 48 hours. I think like Brick Baby posted that video on like a Thursday, maybe Friday afternoon, and then I think Saturday night they had a concert in North Carolina or South Carolina. And Young and Ace addressed Brick Baby on stage, and he was like, whoever the fuck told us that we can't pop out, wherever the fuck we want to pop out, look at us now. We in your city popping out. They did the song.
That's crazy.
They did the song that was supposedly dissing Julio Fulio. It was... For them, they just kept putting up the score. They're like...
Well, they've been putting up the score in their mind since they
knock
he's
him
been
down.
dropping once a week. I don't know if you've noticed this,
I
but
haven't. He's been super active on social media.
so
I
Young
see.
and Ace, I learned this through the song he dropped last week called Julio, Mr. Six, because that's what guess what part of town they're from, right?
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people have been putting this together, but the last 4 songs, it might have been 3 songs Young and Ace has posted.
Yeah.
He's all dropped at 6 o'clock.
Wow.
The first one, Do It, video dropped at 6. I can't even think of the next one. The one you know which one I'm talking about.
One.
Yeah, no.
Well,
He just dropped one yesterday.
Oh, okay. So second most recent.
Second one, he dropped at 6.
Yep.
The one he dropped yesterday, 6 o'clock. And he's been making that known. Like, he puts it on Instagram. New video at 6. New video at 6. New video at 6. And everyone's like, this guy's never not dropping at 6 o'clock again.
Yeah, right.
But it brings me to, since we're talking about Young and Ace, Brick Baby, what do you think's going to happen with Young and Ace moving forward after the last few weeks of drama? I've been seeing a lot of things about a RICO case going down.
Okay, so I'll speak on 2 things personally. First thing something we mentioned 2 or 3 weeks ago, there's a lot of bodies being dropped. It's confirmed.
Yes.
Okay. The day Julio died, within 6 hours, there was 5 homicides. Okay.
Yeah.
So
like 20-some people shot.
Yeah. So at this point, I believe it's just straight war. I think that it's even that, like, if you're a friend of a friend of a friend, you're a target just because you affiliated some kind.
So I saw something very interesting last week that makes me think there's a RICO coming. So Young and Ace had a huge gun case he's been fighting it since his twins died. His twin brothers died again when Julio killed them.
So
supposedly,
COVID, so 4 years
right?
ago.
It was dropped last week. The case was dropped, dismissed.
Because they got a bigger one probably.
They don't dismiss cases like that unless they're like, that's not going to give us enough time. We need to get them on a bunch of other shit.
So we'll add that onto this case.
Exactly. And, we never spoke about this beforehand because we probably forgot. But now we're talking about this. We got to touch on this Nene Brooks shit.
Oh, bro. Fucking, okay. So this
is crazy.
This is where I really got Eric hip on the timeline, okay? This is the most random street shit ever, okay? Nene Brooks is no one...
You sent me it, and I was like... Our first thought in my head was like, Alex, what did you just send me?
Just watch. And it's the craziest shit, okay? So, this is just little context. This is just street drama, Out in Chicago, it's the one place where backdooring is not cool. For people who don't know what backdooring is, it's when you set up someone.
But it's backdoor central in Chicago.
Right. It's
all Dirk raps about is backdooring his own people.
Honestly, even though people preach it, no one does it,
No.
So backdooring is when you set up like someone considerably like someone like you open up the back door on them and someone comes in and does them wrong,
right?
But there was a rapper from Chicago whose name is Lil Scoom. Lil Scoom, I've never heard of him personally, but he was a huge upcoming drill rapper coming out of Chicago.
Right.
Questionably supposed to be signed by OTF,
Really?
Supposedly. Supposedly. He was supposed to be upcoming because Dirk just signed 3 people, and they were saying that if Scoom didn't die, he was going to be one of those people.
Wow.
And...
like, after Scoom died, he signed 3 people?
Yeah, a couple days after.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it was something that he's putting the move on because he thinks that his city's just, in my opinion, I think his city's just so dangerous that he's like, I gotta give these guys out the streets ASAP. Because that's exactly what happened with Baby and with Thug. Thug took Baby out the streets, and it could have been a whole different.
It's a different breed, though, bro.
Right.
Baby knows how to rap.
Besides the point.
Some of these people. Besides the point.
Yeah. So Lil Scoom, from the story that I'm understanding, Lil Scoom was going to go get his hair done at a friend's house. Okay. That friend's house is Nene Brooks. Okay. Nene Brooks is supposedly a friend of the family.
Okay.
Where she stands on all this, that's where the complication starts to begin.
Right.
Everyone's saying that Nene Brooks is the one who set him up. But what a lot of other people are saying is that Lil Scoom was going to hang out with Nene Brooks, but it's because she had a friend there and he wanted to go link up with her. And that friend that he wanted to go link with was always on her phone. Disappearing for a couple minutes, going to the bathroom, whispering on the phone, texting, giving constant updates on everything. That's when Lil Scoom called his mom or texted her and he was like, yo, Ma, I got a terrible feeling about this shit. So if it is what it is, it is what it is. And maybe 5-10 minutes later, as he's leaving out the door, gun battle arises, and he gets shot and killed. So the whole thing is starting, and it's like, is Nene Brooks part of it?
Right.
Was she the man in the middle who just got set up, as much as Lil Scoom? Did she have a play on it? And who was the other girl that set him up? Because the thing is, what everyone's saying is that the girl who set him up didn't even make no money out of it. Because she's right now trying to get money to go get out the city, and she doesn't.
Because Nene Brooks is out the city, from what I saw online.
Right. Yeah, she's already in Florida. From what I heard, at least, but.
It's just a crazy place to run to, bro. That's less than a 24-hour drive.
That's anywhere in the country from that part, but besides Cali.
You can't run if you're in the country, man. Unless you go to some crazy place like North Dakota and just disappear.
That shit, though, bro. They're not ready for that. They never thought this shit would happen. Oh. So it's just crazy. Like, you put yourself in that kind of position and then not even prepared for it, the circumstances of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's video surveillance came out because the house that they were going into had a Ring camera.
Yeah, I saw that.
And the girl was like, why don't we just go through the back? And he's like, to some people, like, you're kind of like, what's wrong with going through the back? But, like, anyone...
I thought he said, why don't we just go through the back?
She did.
She did?
She was like, why don't we just go through the back? And, like, I'll tell you personally, anyone who, like, grew up in, like, ghetto area or, like, any of that kind of mindset, like, I guess you could say, like, like, you're always around people and you're not aware of your surroundings. It doesn't even have to be the ghetto, just, like, not comfortable with your surroundings. You're like, why the fuck would we go a different way than, like, the open way? What's wrong with the front door? Why the fuck do we have to go to the back?
But aren't those people the ones that she brought, the ones that are responsible for his death?
No, there's no one there that was... They waited for him outside. Anyone who was with them was just with them. Like, they were hanging out. So, like...
Because I saw the Ring video of the...
There's 5 people.
Yeah, and she had a bunch of guys with him.
That's just that...
I thought they were the ones that killed him.
No. There was already people... They were posted up outside in a car.
Damn.
Waiting on him. And that's, like... Because someone... That's what I'm saying. Because the girl inside was giving every detail of, like... Okay, his hair's getting twisted. Okay, he's getting washed, so that means he has 20 minutes left. Okay, she's braiding it up right now. That means he has 10 minutes. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, he's paying her right now, so he literally has 2 minutes. Full updates. Yeah.
So what do you think will happen?
Chicago, nothing.
You messaged me this, and I was like, dude, do the Chicago police even work? Or
no.
What do they do with their time?
Like I just told you, bro. This is, like, it's besides their point, bro. They don't care. It's not their problem. They're not really interested in worrying about it. It's just...
Gang violence.
Yeah.
Who cares?
That's what it is. That's what
they say.
Yeah, because especially a lot of people when you're in a gang, you're marked. You want to, like, show that you're part of affiliated with a gang. As soon as they see that, that's all they say, gang affiliation.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, yeah, it's crazy, man.
On a different topic, other people getting sued and fighting trials. You were telling me today, Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
What happened with him?
So
Alec Baldwin. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you remember. Gosh, I want to say a year, maybe 2 years ago, even now.
I thought it was even longer.
It could have been during COVID, man. Yeah. They were shooting a movie out at a ranch. I'm not sure where the ranch is located. They were shooting a movie called Rust, which was completely under budget, from what I've gathered. So long story short, Alec Baldwin ended up shooting someone during one of the scenes.
So it was supposed to be a blank in the
Correct.
gun, but somehow some dummy put a real live round into it.
Right, and they were trying to pin this. It wasn't a murder charge. It was like a manslaughter charge. Yes.
Involuntary manslaughter.
Involuntary
he never
manslaughter.
Meant to kill him.
Right, and they were trying to pin it on him, where realistically, the whole time it wasn't his fault because he didn't check the gun.
Nor did he load it. And what the defense failed to tell the prosecution was that the evidence of it's cold, which in a movie set scenes means it's cold means there's no real bullets in it. It's not
blank.
Live. It's not hot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't think they use it's cold.
You're right. Exactly, because they say like hot. It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot or it's cold, which means it's all filled with blanks. So in Alec Baldwin's mind, that gun did not have a single bullet in it. I think the state made a lousy case. Alec Baldwin should have never been charged for this. If they want to charge anyone... They should have
settled very hard.
They should have settled, but if they wanted to charge anyone, it should have been the person who loaded the gun. Because, blank rounds and real rounds look identical.
But that's your fault for...
But that's your fault for mixing them because you're the ammunition guy on a movie set.
The fuck are we paying you for?
Exactly. And
he's here to act.
Exactly. He's not here to check guns. He's not here to make sure there's no bullets.
Yeah.
And he's here to do what I tell him and do it as I said.
Yeah.
As he shouldn't have pointed the gun and shoot because that wasn't even a part of the scene. But, like, we all do stupid things with unloaded guns that we think are unloaded at the time.
100%.
Not saying we, but, like...
No.
But,
that's like airsoft
people
gun,
do
example.
stupid shit with guns that they don't think are real because they don't think they're real. And that's just... shitty situation, I guess,
100%.
overall.
That's what comes down with it.
Yeah.
It's...
And
How long did they officially clear him? Like,
yeah. Same day.
Wow.
He hasn't been in jail. He was out on bond.
But he still had to pay for a lawyer for a long ass
100%, man. 100%. But at the end of the day, it is Alec Baldwin. He's worth how many hundreds of millions of dollars, bro?
Mm-hmm. It's... Yeah. I'm
the
honestly,
lawyer was probably the worst of his fears.
100%. 100%.
I mean, you got to think about it, bro. He, at the end of the day, he still killed someone, and, like, I'm sure he feels shitty about that.
The guy did die?
Yeah, someone did die.
Mm-hmm. I know he got shot, but I didn't
Yeah, someone died. It was a woman, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't remember her name, but she was a part of the production team. Speaking of other people who got shot this week,
I was just about to say, Eric. Now this is the interesting part.
This is gonna take the
I want
rest
everyone
of
to
the
buckle up.
Buckle up. Put your seatbelt down.
Viewer discretion. If you don't like hearing about people getting shot, you don't like hearing about Donald Trump,
you should just click off now. We won't be mad.
Yep, this is where you finish your podcast. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Tune in next week.
Appreciate you.
On to the unscripted version.
Now for the unscripted podcast. Eric, what the fuck happened on fucking Saturday?
I'm going to tell you what happened.
Was it Saturday? Saturday. Because, yeah, we went to the bar. We were talking about it at the bar.
Yes.
So Saturday. Right. The fuck happened Saturday?
So I'll tell you what happened. I was mowing my grass, right? I got a text message from you. Trump just got shot. I said, what kind of fake news you reading? Pull up my phone. Type in Trump. All the headlines. Trump assassination attempt. I was like, our country's under attack right now. No one's speaking about it.
It's quiet.
I want you to fill in the people on what you know. Being you have we're not going to say, but...
Yes, okay. So listen, I don't want to say I have extensive knowledge, but I have a good amount of insight and good information that I would say that your average people wouldn't have. Okay? What I want to start off by saying is God bless my brother Kevin. He was there at the event. He was supposed to be it was in his hometown. It was in Pennsylvania, not his hometown, but it was in his home
where
state.
He lives, yes.
Yeah, it's in Pennsylvania. He was actually nominated by the National Republican Committee.
He was supposed to be on the stage, wasn't he?
He's supposed to be a speaker there.
A couple minutes after.
Well, there was a couple minutes after.
Same day.
He was supposed to be a speaker there, and he was supposed to be with Trump. He was supposed to be talking on that stage. When those shots rang out, my brother did not duck down maybe 2 or 3 seconds earlier. My brother would have been right in the line of fire, potentially getting shot. So God bless.
Wow.
Nothing happened to my brother. I'm very thankful for that.
God bless Kevin.
Yeah,
man.
God covered Kevin.
God bless.
Covered Trump. Covered majority of the people there. So
and before we go any farther,
Mm.
I don't know how to put this, but we do apologize for the people that did lose their life during this situation.
Yes.
Not the shooter, but the innocent bystander who was watching the.
Absolutely, there was the one person in the back who got shot right in the head.
We just want to make that clear before we continue.
Sorry about any losses. Of anyone that's mourning, it's a very sad scenario, and it's even unbelievable that it even happened, especially at that place.
I just wanted to make that clear before we continued.
But like I was saying, that I'm very thankful that nothing happened to my brother, and it's just crazy to see on how everything happened. So we'll break down the scenarios. As Trump was maybe 5, 7, 10 minutes into his rally.
It's the beginning of it, right?
Very beginning.
I didn't watch it, so
he was just about to bring on his guy that he was going to announce for VP.
Were you watching it?
Yes, I was watching it live when this happened.
Wow.
And then my brother texted me at the same time. And,
shit. Yeah, because the live is probably like 30 seconds behind the actual real live.
So yeah, I'm watching everything. And then my sister texted me, because he texted, Kevin texted my sister and was like, they're shooting at the They're shooting at the rally, and like they just shot at Trump. And so my sister texted like me. I went to go tell my mom, and I started researching everything. before I found the article and I sent it straight to you and whoever else like I wanted to tell this shit to. But
And to clarify, the reason why I thought it was fake is because he picked the
it did not,
phoniest website he could have
it
picked
did
and
not
sent
look
me
like
the
a good
article.
one. Yeah, but it was just the first
Okay,
article that I
sorry.
found, and it just it did not look good. But I was like, Eric even asked me, he's like, "Is this real?" And I'm like, Eric,
It had like some fucking ads at the bottom
I'm
and
like,
shit
fuck
popped
you,
up.
Eric, bro. My brother almost got shot. Fuck you.
Bro, you picked like iHeart6789.com.
And it was like posted from the UK.
I was like, this is not fucking real, bro.
Uh-huh.
And then I looked. That's what I was saying. One Google search, I found what you were talking about. So sorry to continue, but
Oh, of course. And we'll just give it a breakdown. It was something that's gonna go down in the history books.
we're living through the history books in the last 5 years.
20-year-old Thomas
Shit, I don't want to butcher his last
Thomas
name.
Matthew Crooks,
Yeah, that sounds right.
if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not Matthew, but Thomas Crooks was the shooter. He's a 20-year-old registered Republican voter coming out of the Pennsylvania area. I forget what city he's from. Lives 20 minutes away from Kevin.
Wow.
20 minutes away from Kevin because the kid drove over an hour away to get to this rally. The rally was like in the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania.
So I'm just confused. If he was a registered Republican voter, why did he hate Trump so much?
They believe that it was either his parents or it was a persona, kind of just to misdirect like information about him because recently he made tons of donations to the Biden campaign.
Oh.
There's even promotion saying that he was a person that was out during the COVID time in Portland and Washington and all those places doing the Antifa rallies and stuff like that, out there loitering and destroying stores.
Interesting.
So,
There's that word.
yeah. So, but yeah, like I was saying, it was in a rural field, very minimal buildings. You're gonna keep cutting me off, or can I finish? And we'll discuss at the end. We'll discuss at the end. Yeah. So it was a very rural area. They had to have it was a whole open field. Where Trump was standing from the shooter, it was a 420 foot shot. That's about a football field and a third. So 140 yards, give or take, 130 to 140 yards. It's a long shot, but it's nowhere near a professional shot.
Football field's 350 yards.
No, football field is 100 yards, my friend.
Is it?
Yes, that's why you have the
Shit,
10, 20
bro.
yard, 30 yard, 40 yard, 50 yard.
Oh, it's 300 and something feet. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'll shut up.
Thank you.
Wasn't it at a school, the rally?
No, that was for Biden.
Because I read something online. Good. I'm going to
you
spoil what you were going to say next.
Well, yeah, okay, so, before I was interrupted again, keep losing my train of thought. Goddamn, Eric.
Put a drink in front of me and expect me not to talk, man.
But no, so, like, yeah,
Over here shaking my leg and shit.
It was a crazy thing. It was a 420-foot shot, give or take, 133 yards, 140 yards. It was a 20-year-old kid. He used an AR-15 to shoot him. The kid got off about 5 to 8 shots. The sniper who was sitting right behind Trump ended up taking the execution shot him right in the face, blew his head off, killed him right there on the spot. They got Trump down, cleared him out. He got shot in the ear, put out his fist, and just sold it. Sold it.
Fight.
Yup.
Fight.
Exactly right. And then people went nuts. That's when you saw the whole cheer.
Everyone
Stood up to their feet. Everyone started cheering. Everyone loved it. So, that's really what happened. Okay? That's the breakdown of it. It was a 20-year-old kid. His parents are both loving, good parents. He lived in a great family. His parents were both counselors.
Okay.
Bought the gun on his own, legally.
Yeah, from what I heard, the parents were like really confused on when
They're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, like they from what I heard, the parents were good.
Very good.
They didn't have any idea what was going on. They didn't know what. Like they were just as confused as everyone else.
There was no
when
fight in the morning.
Exactly. Allegedly.
Yeah, of course, yes. So now we'll start. Now we'll start with the back knowledge. This is where me and Eric will go back and forth. Sorry, asking.
This is the rebuttal.
Yes, this is where I started saying, but Eric, why did this happen? And that's where he asked me, well, how did this happen? But then...
So let me ask. BlackRock commercial.
Mm-hmm. For people who don't know,
I don't know why I'm spelling out BlackRock.
For people who don't know,
BlackRock.
We're not talking about the restaurant.
We're talking about the investment group.
The biggest investment
group.
hedge funding group in the world. Owning almost 10, 15% of America's real estate.
Longer than that. A lot more than that.
A lot.
Maybe residential real estate, but they own God amounts of commercial.
Okay, long story short, they own every company. If you go look who owns Pepsi, they do. If you go look who owns Hilton, they do.
They buy it through stock, which makes them the owner, blah, 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 blah. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole today.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so we all saw a commercial lingering around on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter,
just a couple months ago.
Any fucking social media website you go on. It was in 2023.
And
so we'll say at least 6 months plus.
And someone looked really familiar in that video.
Our friend wasn't, not our friend.
Whoa.
A good. That's bad.
Yeah, good. What?
Horrible.
The fucking shooter was in the video, Eric. Why are you hyping it up for him?
I was gonna go fucking schmuck was in the video.
The fucking shooter.
Well, because there was a lot of other kids in the video too. I don't want to fucking.
Dude, there's only one. Dude, he looks.
All right. Anyways, there's one kid in the video that is identical to the kid that was the shooter. Yep. Blah blah blah. It's the same kid.
It's the same kid because BlackRock took the fucking video down. Why?
So let's talk about this. The reason why I asked you if this was at a school earlier was because that video was shot in Building 3.
Building 3? What the fuck's that?
Supposedly, what I was reading online, supposedly on Twitter, which is a great place for you to find out all this information.
I like Reddit more.
Reddit's great, but Twitter's just full of people.
Reddit's where you find the shooters before they even get active.
That's insane.
Sorry.
For you to even say.
Sorry. That was a long call for. It's true, though. That's where they are.
Shit.
That's like the deep
You know where to find him.
I'll help him find them.
Anyway, so supposedly, the reason why I asked this is because everyone on Twitter was making a big thing about this Building 3, saying it was the same building.
Eric, what the fuck is Building 3?
Supposedly, it was so in schools in Pennsylvania, they have like outbuildings. They're not like schools like ours. Like think of like a California school where you travel outside to another.
Oh
building.
yeah.
So there was supposedly Building 3 was like on the whiteboard in the BlackRock video, right? The building he was supposedly laying on was Building 3. From the people on Twitter. That's why I was asking if this was filmed at like a school or not filmed. The rally was at like a high school or something like that because it would be a really big coincidence.
Coincidence?
What'd I say? Coincidence?
Coincidence.
It's been a long day. Coincidence that Building 3 was on the whiteboard in the BlackRock video and then this was Building 3 that he climbed on top of.
Yeah, so what, they just hinted it months ago?
I'm not going to go deeper in that because I'm going to get called a fucking weirdo.
Okay, well, we'll talk about this next.
But who owns BlackRock?
I forget his name. He's some crazy.
Are they Republicans or Democrats?
I don't think they're actually listed, to be honest. Serious. I don't think they're listed.
I'm going to ask you again. Who do they donate the most to?
That's not what you asked me.
That would make them.
No.
What party they are involved in. Rather, if they donate more to the Democrat Party or the Republican.
Supporters and followers are two different things.
So, everyone on Twitter is going crazy.
They're liberals for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're liberals for sure.
That's all I needed to hear you say.
Yeah, they're liberals for sure.
You want me to go deeper?
I'm waiting on it.
What happened when the war in Ukraine happened?
Well, you gotta be more specific than that.
Who bought up all the land?
Yeah, BlackRock.
Okay.
They own 33% of Ukraine.
Yeah.
But
what's going to happen if Trump ends this war when he becomes president?
Yeah, they lose all the money. And they stop doing business. But
Thank you. Who killed Trump?
But you want to know why? Because if BlackRock buys it, when it's destroyed, they put on pennies on the dollar. So now they have someone like Russia who's actually interested in the land. And they say, you want 33% of the land? You got to pay top dollar on it.
That's my...
and so that's why... In my opinion, that's why the bonds that they start launching moved. Because the land that they own now, there's no reason.
We're getting way too deep into the point right now. We're going way on topic into something that we can talk about all day.
Yeah, that's just drunk talk. Okay, we'll get back to the facts. Get back to the facts, okay? Long story short, I want to talk a little bit more about what happened during and before the shot.
Yep, let's talk.
He was 450 feet away. So, what? No, hold on. Hold on.
You said 450 yards earlier.
No,
that's why I'm asking.
Feet.
Okay.
450 feet.
All
Because
right.
he was 133 yards.
That's what I was going to ask.
133
That's
yards.
what I was reading.
450 feet. So when I went to go be part of the motorcade for Trump in Michigan.
Tune in to 2 episodes ago if you haven't heard.
Yes, you would not be able to drop a pen without someone questioning you and saying, why did you do that? Okay?
Right.
I have specific badging on me personal that no one else has besides us motorcade drivers. I'm going to the bathroom, I'm being stopped, questioned, and frisked. Why are you going to the bathroom? How long are you going to be? What do you have on your persons? And I have for specific badging to get me through, you know? You're trying to tell me a 20-year-old schmuck pulls up 400 feet away, 1 football field away, where other public people are, so clearly there's another gathering there.
I saw videos.
Gets up on a ladder, Eric. Puts up a ladder, climbs up the ladder.
With a big-ass gun on his back?
Who's bigger than him. The kid's a pencil. He gets up there, lays down, starts sighting in. People start recording this kid. Gun!
Multiple.
Shooter! These people, Eric, they're 50 feet away, like you said. That's 15, 20 yards. Imagine a 15-yard pass.
In the video I saw, there was a cop standing there, too.
We're going to throw it up. We're going to throw up a bunch of the clips that we saw. We're going to try to incorporate what we can. It's crazy, Eric. Right there, he's pointing at him. Gun! Shooter! What? Where?
And then the other angle, like you're speaking on, I saw...
You talking about Sniper?
Sniper was...
Let's start talking about this. So, go ahead.
So, you're going to know a lot more than me, but I saw about a 1-30-second clip of the Sniper before the shooting start. He was scoped in, I want to say, probably on this guy for 40-something seconds.
Hold on.
He lifts his head up,
Eric,
shot start
we don't
ringing
know
out.
if it's specifically him, but we do know he was focused on a
very specific target because neither of them lifted their heads up for 50 seconds at least.
I thought it was a movie at first. I'm
Yes.
watching this guy just literally
And
target on.
As soon as he goes, lifts his head up and pulls back, which I don't know if he was shooting at the guy who was shooting. I don't really know. I can't tell in the video.
Absolutely.
It's hard for me to tell.
Absolutely.
But as soon as he lifted his head up, shots started ringing
Yep,
out. So I don't know if he fired the first shot and then the guy shot back and he missed, or I don't really know. They haven't released anything about that.
Most interesting thing is about it all is that there's a lot of new information coming out.
Right.
The main thing that I want to touch point on is that I have nothing against women or anything like that. Okay?
Nothing against anyone.
No, but the person who's running the CIA right now, the head of the Secret Service, she is a woman with no military background, no military experience, and nothing to do with anything with defense or running the country when it comes to that kind of aspect, okay? I think it's very ironic because I'm getting my insight from specific people who I know inside, the industry.
Right.
Earlier that morning, they were told they're going to be short-staffed. They, later that day, found out how big the event was going to be. They last second made an emergency response. We need more Secret Service. Yeah. This is a threat right now. This is not enough protection for the president. We do not have enough police. We don't have enough Secret Service. We don't have enough anything. The lady shut it down. Just hold on. Just give me a minute.
Go ahead.
The lady shut it down. The head of the Secret Service. She said, we will not do that. It's not in their budget and we can't afford it. Not necessarily, they didn't literally tell her. She didn't literally say, fuck Trump, but that's the vibe that it really gave off.
She gave a bunch of corporate reasons why they couldn't do it.
Exactly right. We're not worried about protecting this guy's life. We have other things we have to worry about, okay? Other than that, what I want to say, they were short-staffed. There's new reports coming out that the sniper that we were talking about, I forget his name, he was locked onto the sniper for the shooter for 3 minutes. As he saw him climb up the ladder and start to lay down, he went on the radio and said, suspicious activity, I'm going to take it out. I'm going to execute. Execution denied. Do not go for it. Okay. Maybe undercover sniper, maybe something. Whatever.
Right, because I'm sure they didn't want to make
whatever.
Something
you
out of
don't want to
nothing.
make a scene of it.
Yeah. Just in case it was
nothing. One thing
nothing.
I want to say, though, is that, like I was saying, that there's a perimeter set up. If you're a regular person, it's one thing. But if you're walking with a gun, this isn't like your shooting law, like, at your house. Like, where they have to shoot at you first. They have to be in your property. No, Secret Service.
They don't care who you are.
If you have a gun, it's eliminate the threat. It's green light on site. That's it.
Not Saturday.
So I'm getting there, Eric. Okay.
You better get there quick.
So now that So now that in a minute, how fast do you think 3% go?
Well, we were at 23 when we started. So
Yeah, but we're going. Now a minute and a half goes by. He sees the guys positioning and locking on. Again, suspicious threat, taking action. Denied. Do not take the shot. Do not take the shot.
he should have done it. Anyways.
10 seconds before shoot started ringing out. Shooter. Do not engage. The shooter shoots. The sniper, after 5 or 8 shots came out and he confirmed it was where he was looking at, shot the guy in the front of the head, killed him. That night, the Secret Service, that agent who took the final shot, the sniper shot, and killed that kid, he was fired and let go for disobeying orders. So that means he was let go because he didn't follow directions that he was given. So that means that's confirming what I'm saying, that his direction was told, do not fire. Do not shoot.
I have a great feeling when Trump gets back into office, that Secret Service memo will be back on the shop.
That's going to be his number one guy.
100%.
I think he's already back.
I'm sure they didn't. Where'd you read that at?
Public news. We'll do more research on it because it was a fatal shot. So he's definitely.
I know. Every time they take a fatal shot, they're on leave for some point of time.
No,
after.
he's let go right now. He's not on off. He's not on paid leave. He's off.
You know what? We don't have much time left today, unfortunately.
We're
so what we're gonna do is let's let the facts unfold over the next week on what happens, and let's pick this up first thing next week. Because there's gonna be a ton of things that come out over the next week about this. This literally just happened 2 days ago. They didn't really say much yesterday about it.
I need everyone to comment below what you think really happened. Is this coming from the Republican side? Is this Trump's biggest stunt he could ever pull off? Are the libs really finally after Trump and they need to get him out? Or is this just a kid with an agenda who just finally lost it? He's just he's working underneath his own will.
Let us know below.
Thank you so much for watching. We're signing out. We'll see you guys soon with so much more. Make sure to check us out on TikTok, Instagram.
That's it. On Spotify and all major streaming sources.
And all major streaming sources. Unscripted podcast, check it out, and we'll see you guys soon. God bless America.